Hey everybody, Tom Barnes, Chicago scene in the Fulton Market. It is summertime in Chicago. That means bike riding galore all over the place. And there's a new bike shop that has opened up in Chicago, Specialized, opened up a hub here in the Fulton Market. First of its kind in the world. And it has anything that you want if you're a biker. Yes, they have all the bike fittings. They have the bikes that you can choose from. You also have a beer. You can have some coffee, a seltzer, and you can just pick out all the gear that you want. This is the front of it. I'm going inside right now talking to James for the Chicago scene. All right, so I'm inside the first of its kind in the world. It's a Specialized hub here in Fulton Market, and getting a look around here. And I thought I'd bring along my friend James. How are you, James?
Fantastic. Welcome. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, this is an awesome experience that people can expect. The biker in Chicago. Talk about what this is and why this is something new that Specialized hasn't done before. But this is more about outreach to the biking community, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So this craze was created not just to change the retail scope, but also to change the way that riders interact with Specialized as a brand. So with the Fulton Market Hub, you can come in. Of course, you can purchase a new bike anytime, but also if you have a current bike that just needs repair, this is the place for it. So the hub is really designed to give riders a place to hang out before a ride, hang out after a ride, or really just to congregate and be in an amazing environment. So there's a lot of cool features that we'll be able to see as we continue on, but this is it, the new Fulton Market Hub.
Yeah, and I noticed they even have like an area where you can come and have a beverage. Like that's something
Absolutely.
Really cool. I mean, here in Fulton Market, it's very Fulton Market in a great way where you can come after a long ride, perhaps enjoy a beverage or two, but you have that here. It's almost like a coffee house, but for bikers.
Very much so.
Bike riders, not like Harley Davidson riders.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Anybody could stop in here and totally saddle up to the social service counter, have a beer, have a coffee, have a seltzer, talk with our service techs about what's going on with your current bike, or talk with one of our cycling specialists about a bike that you're looking to build or looking to purchase.
Right, you have like a little spot over in another room where you feature an area where bikes that are brand new or completely customized, whatever, it's your debut space, it's your showroom space, right?
Yes. It sounds like you're talking about the reveal room.
Yeah.
The reveal room's pretty unique. This room is created so that we can really put the energy and the stoke behind the new products that are launched by Specialized Bicycle Components. Yeah, the reveal room, it's just an added feature that allows us to unveil the new products that Specialized Bicycle Components comes up with and innovates regularly.
So the fancy screen behind you, it's more than just a screen. It's like a blown up version of downtown. And then you got the lakefront path and different other paths, and it's very interactive. Explain what that is, because that's something I've never seen before.
Yeah, so what you're seeing is what we call our community wall. The community wall was designed by a firm out of New York called Patent Studio. The overall concept for the community wall is for us to be able to engage with riders, especially our local Chicago riders, understand where they're riding, where they're having their adventures, and how we can get more people to be out on bikes in those places. One of the cool things about the community wall is that it also highlights 3 different bike parks at the moment. So we've got Raceway Woods identified on the community wall, as well as Big Marsh and Palos Woods.
And completely interactive, where if you walk by it, it kind of lights up where you see all the pictures, you see where people have taken different paths and when they're riding. It's a really cool feature.
Yes, absolutely. So riders can link to the community wall through a QR code that links through Strava. Strava is an app that a lot of riders use just to track their riding around wherever they're going. Now, with that, riders can take pictures while they're out on their adventures, and they will be displayed on the community wall instantly. So you can see where folks are riding, where they're having a good time, and figure out how to get yourself there.
And this place is all about the community. You even have it where you walk through the space and the local bike riders are from Chicago. The pictures are they're not stock photos like you might be accustomed to at other places in the city. These are in the community. You guys have embraced yourself here in the community at this hub that you have, where you offer anything from bike fittings to just having a beer on the counter, right? But all of it is with community-based in mind.
Absolutely. Community is the biggest thing, and our overall goal is to get more people on bikes and to help expand the riders' experience on that bike. And so, yes, when you stop in, you will see local riders of all varying ages and levels in a lot of the photography that's displayed around the store.
And the area that you have in the other room, because this place is massive. How big is this place?
Just about 13,000 square feet.
Yeah, just a bit. You have a space though where it's like a gathering spot for bike groups that might be coming into town, or people that might want to just have a bike for a couple days. You have a fitting area where you can just take some sample bikes out, or if you just want to road test a bike, you have all that here in this space.
Yes, all of that interactive space and all of it with a purpose. So as you mentioned, that community room is open to a lot of our nonprofit organizations or other groups throughout the city, cycling teams, clubs, to be able to use to congregate for education, for training, and also for our own internal training. Aside from that, you'll also find that you've got the demo and test ride area back there. So folks visiting in town that want a really quality ride while they're here can stop in a specialized Fulton Market Hub and we get them set up.
And you have all of the accessories that one might need for a bike run, anything from like riding around the entire Lake Michigan or just riding here in the city as well.
Absolutely. So typically that setup would include pedals, bottle cages, of course a flat repair kit because we know how dicey the roads can be, and of course last but not least your helmet. So all of those accessories we get dialed in for these demo rides.
And speaking of rides or going out, we have a few bikes that you pulled aside here for the average biker in Chicago at various levels. So what do you have here? What's going on with this first one?
Yes, so this first one you're looking at the Como SL 5.0. This is one of our turbo bikes.
Turbo meaning electric, right?
Exactly. Turbo meaning electric, and I think that one of the greatest things about this bike is it's an upright bike. So number one thing taking into consideration is your comfort. You're going to be completely comfortable on this bike from the body geometry saddle as well as the bar grips. And this, I look at this bike and I've been on it a few times, but this is what I want to take to the lakefront for a picnic with friends, and then, you know, maybe scoot over to Dom's Kitchen and Market.
Oh, I love that place. And it's easy. It's got even a little grip there for you to actually pick up the bike. That's what it's made for. That's what's great about it. But then you have this other wonderfully colored bike here, this yellow one. That's another turbo bike, right?
Yes, another turbo, and this is your Vado SL 5.0 EQ. Great thing about this is that it's going to come with both of those fenders on front and rear, as well as a rack on the rear of the bike. Both the Como and the Vado have daytime running lights, both front and rear. And then with this Vado, you're going to find that you've got Future Shock in the stem there. So basically,
which is key if you're on Chicago streets.
Yes. Absolutely, absolutely. But this is your commuter bike. You can also get a great workout on this bike. This is the bike that you want to use to get around town. Because of it being a turbo bike, it's pedal assist, and you're going to find that pedal assist and that motor engages very quickly. It's perfect for stop and go traffic that we're used to in the city.
And then we have this other one, not electric, but this is kind of a one for the beginner bike rider in the city, is out on the streets for the first time.
Absolutely. I think that this is a very, very, very well-rounded bike. This is our Cirrus X 2.0. As you can see, it's got wider tires. That tire, I look at that and I want to take that on the Des Plaines River Trail, or maybe on the Lakefront Path.
Or maybe down Western Avenue, just because it's that treacherous.
Exactly. But the Cirrus X 2.0 is a fantastic bike, incredibly lightweight, nimble, and responsive. This bike is for your beginner, but also your more seasoned rider, or anyone who just wants to have a great experience in Chicago.
And for the turbo bikes, the ranges in price for the ones that we're looking at, what are they?
For the two that we're looking at, that price range is going to begin around $4,800 and take us to about $5,300.
And then this one right here, you said about $800. This one?
Yes, yeah. $775 on the Cirrus.
Got it. And then we have the kiddo bikes, right?
Yes. Something for the kids. So the blue that we're looking at is the Jet 20. The Jet 20 is awesome because it's adjustable. One of the things that we know about our kids is they are super strong and they are going to grow quickly. So you can get 50% more out of this bike because it's adjustable in 3 different points. That also gives you 3 different summers of riding on one bike.
3 different summers, you don't have to buy another bike.
Exactly.
And then we have this little one right here, which is uber light for sure, but this is for the kids who aren't ready to really be on their own balance, but you want them to learn the motions of riding a bike.
Exactly. So that's basically your Strider bike. That is called the Carbon Hot Walk. Little added bonus that the entire bike is carbon fiber, so it's incredibly light and a lot of fun. I am 6'3", so I'm going to take the kids' words for it.
Yeah, for sure. And then bikes behind you, those are for the big time trail riding, but you also have road bikes that people might use in triathlons and stuff like that. You have all of them here, and you fix or put together, or you have a demo room right out in front there where people can work on the bikes and see that it's being worked on.
Yeah, so what you're seeing in the front of the store, that's actually called our Retool Fit Studio. And with Retool Fit, our fitters are able to dial in various points of the rider experience and the rider's bike to make sure that they're riding based on their ability, flexibility, and really dialing in the comfort. So occasionally you'll get pain points or something doesn't seem comfortable on that ride. Retool Fit will help get everything dialed so that riders can have the best experience.
Amazing. If people want to come by here or learn more about your hours or what you offer here, what's the best way for them to go about doing that?
Number 1, check out Specialized Chicago, Instagram and Facebook, or specializedchicago.com, where you can find that information easily.
Awesome. Thank you very much. I appreciate the tour. This inspires me to get back on my bike a little bit more often than I do. So thank you very much for that. I appreciate it.
Thanks so much, Tom. It's been great.
Happy riding. All right, that's Specialized here in the Fulton Market, TBARNAS at WGNTV.com. If you have a suggestion for the Chicago scene, that's TBarness at WGNTV.com. Happy riding, everybody. We'll see you.